The episode 1 of 56 Days opens with a masked person gaining entrance into a building. The person moves carefully through the hallway and enters an apartment. The house is searched quietly. In the bathroom, what looks like a desecrated body is found in the bathtub. The body is badly decomposed. A picture is taken of it. The masked person then leaves the apartment. We are then taken back to day 1. Ciara is getting dressed to head out. She later goes into a store where Oliver notices her and keeps staring. He intentionally bumps into her and asks if she is in line. Ciara replies no. To avoid the awkward moment, she says she picked up the wrong drink and steps away. Outside, Oliver approaches her again. He calls her NASA as a joke because of the NASA logo on her bag. He says he likes it. Ciara explains that she got it from a space museum in New York, and she talks about it confidently. Oliver then asks her to get coffee with him. They walk together to a coffee shop. On the way, Oliver points out his office, saying it is just nearby. Ciara says her office is also in the same area. As they sit and talk, they get to know each other. Ciara works in tech support for a cloud company. Oliver says he works in architecture. During the walk, Oliver asks her out on a movie date. Ciara accepts and gives him her number. The scene then shifts to Lee Reardon, sitting in a car. She receives a call about a possible homicide at Boston Wharf in the Seaport area. She heads there with Carl. When they arrive, they are briefed. At first, it seemed like a false alarm triggered by a report about a hand seen in the lobby. People ignored it at first. But later, a strong smell of decomposition started coming from one of the apartments. The smell was too strong to be an animal. Lee is shown the apartment from outside. She uses binoculars to look through the window and thinks she sees someone inside. The property manager arrives. They ask him who lives there, but he says it is a corporate rental and he does not have details. They cannot enter without a warrant. Lee suggests they remain in public areas while waiting for the CSR team. The next scene shows Oliver and Ciara both getting ready to meet at a bar. Before leaving, Oliver switches his ID card with another one. At the bar, Oliver arrives late and Ciara is already there. They go inside together. Oliver asks her favorite cocktail. She says French 75. He orders 2. They take turns asking each other questions about favorite movies and food. Ciara points out something strange. Earlier, Oliver claimed he had only read about the bar and never been there. But when the woman at the entrance takes his coat, she says, "Nice to see you again." This suggests he has been there before. Oliver explains that he visited a few weeks ago for work. He says he just wanted it to feel like they were discovering the city together. Ciara talks about her teenage love life and how she once broke her crush's heart at 14. The waiter returns and asks if they want another round. Oliver quickly agrees. Ciara is surprised because they were supposed to see a movie and it starts in 10 minutes. Oliver says he does not like rushing, so they postpone the movie to another day. Ciara says she likes the bar's hidden location and how you would never guess what is inside just by driving past. Outside the bar, Oliver kisses Ciara and then apologizes. Their Uber arrives. Oliver suggests she take the Uber while he walks instead. The scene shifts back to Lee. She is now inside the building. When she opens the apartment door, the smell is strong. She texts Carl and makes a joke about his married life. On day 4, Ciara is back in her apartment talking to Oliver on the phone. They plan to redo their movie date that night. At the cinema, during the movie, Oliver places his hand on Ciara's thigh. At one point, Oliver laughs loudly at a scene, but no one else in the theater laughs. The crowd turns to look at him. After the movie, they talk about it. Their conversation shifts to skydiving. Oliver takes Ciara to a place that offers a simulated skydiving experience. Afterward, they kiss passionately. Oliver asks her to come home with him. At his apartment, they continue kissing and making out. Ciara notices a scar on his body and asks about it. Oliver says it was from an accident. The story then returns to Lee and Carl. They now have a warrant and prepare to enter the apartment. Carl shows Lee a video posted by Hannah on social media where she is seen holding his weapon. Lee looks exhausted but tells everyone to get to work. They enter the apartment and begin taking photos. On day 5, Ciara meets Jane. Jane says she saw Ciara with Oliver and asked how they met. Ciara lies and says they went to college together. Jane warns her to be careful and says Oliver is not who she thinks he is. Before leaving, Ciara takes a picture of Jane. Back at the apartment, Lee and Carl finally examine the decomposed body in the bathtub. The episode ends there.